What's up? What's going on, beautiful people? This is Jay here again from ZTA. And today, man, I'm super excited to be joined by Reese. Reese is one of our newest clients here at ZTA. And I wanted to get some screen time with Reese, man, to walk through his journey. He's been absolutely smashing it when it comes to prop firms and using the ZTA tools and software. So wanted to do a full case review of Reese, what's been working for him, what's not been working, and how he's achieved such immense success here at ZTA. So Reese, I have a few questions for you, brother. One, who are you? Where do you come from? And what brought you to and what drew you to ZTA first and foremost, man?
So I've seen a lot of people in my own life experience, and I've also seen a lot of ads for trading, whether it be Forex or futures or whatever, and they've had success and making a lot of money and finding a consistent routine of being successful to the point where they're able to either supplement their income or replace their job. And that sounded very, very appealing to me because I've got seasonal work and there's many months where it's very difficult or impossible for me to make money.
Mm.
So I was looking for something that could take the place of those gaps. And then, eventually one day grow up big enough to where I'm doing that instead of working, which is obviously very ideal to not work.
Absolutely, man. I love that. Many clients usually come to us because, he or she is looking for one form of freedom. It could be time freedom or location freedom or wanting to have a freedom of income. And so we really love the fact that we are able to help folks who have jobs, have children, and they want to own more of his or her time. That's the whole point, and it's the whole allure of using tools like trading algorithms and automation is to free up the time so that you aren't at a screen for 8, 9 hours a day, right? So in terms of what you do for a living, if you don't mind, share a little bit about, your work and how much time it usually takes in terms of what you have to do every single day, every single week, whatever the case may be.
Well, like I said, it is seasonal.
Mhm.
So one of the things that I do is insurance adjustment, meaning like if somebody has a pipe that bursts in their house or a storm hits their house, my job is to kind of look at the damage that's been done, photograph it, take notes, and create an estimate to present to the insurance company to get them insurance money. Now, the hurricanes obviously generate by far the most insurance claims of any kind of activity or event. And so in 2025, there was no hurricane. And so I was trying to figure out what in the world to do to replace that income I'm used to making. But I mean, it's a double-edged sword. So I've got instances where I've got additional free time and no money, or if there is a hurricane, this is not an exaggeration. I will work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week for a few months at a time, which sounds incredibly painful, and it is. But the money is great, and so I'd actually rather have that than not have the hurricane. But that's why I started looking for something like this that I could work in my free time or on the off season or something like that that would be a successful or be a reliable source of income is the way I should put it.
Stuff, Reese. I appreciate you taking the time to share that. I know for a fact that you were more than likely browsing around and you saw ads for everything. I'm seeing ads for algo companies every hour on my phone's feed, it feels like, right? And so while you were looking around for an algo company, what specifically drew you to ZTA in particular, as opposed to the plethora of other algo companies I know you were seeing at the time?
So a couple of things. First off, if you're doing futures trading, it's significantly lower to get in instead of large upfront fees for challenges like Forex has. Futures trading has a much lower threshold to kind of enter the arena. Now, keeping that in mind, also, I've been burned before by companies that want a very large lifetime fee up front, and I feel that it shows more confidence in the product if you're able to enter at a lower price point, even if that means a recurring cost. So the fact that ZTA has a quarterly cost gives you a chance to try it out for 3 months, and 3 months is really kind of the bare minimum that you need to give it a chance before you decide, hey, this is going to work for me, this is not going to work for me. And so I've been in for coming up on, I guess, 5 months, and I've been incredibly happy with it. But knowing that you were able to offer a quarterly product to give a lower entry fee or just to be able to get in and try it out
Mm.
instead of paying the lifetime right up front. And then I guess you guys, I think I haven't done it yet, but I think you guys have an option to switch over to the lifetime if you're happy with the product, which is great because that way I'm not paying the quarterly forever. But you guys are interested in in investing in your clientele more by saying, I'm going to let you in for a lower price point and let you give it a chance first before I say, hey, it's going to actually cost this much. I've been very impressed with it, been very happy with it. And that was one really drew me in when I was looking at multiple different options, is which one can I afford to get into and which one has more confidence in their product, instead of somebody that wants all the money up front, almost shows a lack of confidence in their product because they want all the money immediately. And then it's, okay, well, we got your money, so your success is not as important to us anymore because we're not going to make any more money off you at that point.
Wow.
And
Absolutely true, brother.
I don't know if you want to add this in, because I don't know how much you want to blow up your own ego, but you've been always there in the chat, responding to people immediately. And I mean, I know that didn't draw me in because I didn't know that about you, but now that I know about you, it's what I would brag to other people about. And I have bragged to the people about is I say the guy that made the bot will text me back within minutes if I have a question.
I appreciate the kind words. I love that, dude. You know what I mean? Man, I'm so happy to hear that. We for sure want to see clients who come in and we want to help the clients grow. And I've seen a ton of other companies, as you said, charging 18, 20, 25K out the gate. And
Yes.
I feel like it's very hard to prove yourself once you charge so much money. And so we wanted to make sure that we keep things easy enough for folks who are new to this thing and wanted to try it out for, as you said, at minimum 3 months. You have an option. You know what I mean? Awesome stuff, man. I wanted to talk a little bit about the meat and potatoes, if you will, man. Talk to us about the numbers. Talk to us about the profits, about the money. Um, to date, you joined ZTA in the top of the year, I believe, in January, and so you're coming up on, as you said, 5 months, I believe. And so walk us through what your own personal success journey has been like so far for you. How much money have you pulled out from prop firms so far using the ZTA tools and algorithms?
Okay, so that actually, I'm glad you asked that question because it kind of goes back to my previous answer when I said that the quarterly entrance was almost completely necessary, because in a month's time, you just can't really get a feel for everything that you should be doing, and breaking through the learning curve, especially if it's your first run through something like this. In my previous experiences, I had actually paid extra for somebody to help me out with NinjaTrader, setting up the bot, setting up the accounts. And I kind of regret that, because what has really led to a lot of success for me was learning NinjaTrader, learning how to modify the settings. And you didn't exactly ask this question, but one of the best things about ZTA is the community, because we have a group of people everyone is extremely positive. No one ever says anything negative. Everybody's very supportive. If somebody finds a great time window to use a bot or an amazing slight modification to the setting, they share it with the group, they let everybody know, and then that way everybody can be successful together. And that's the thing if you haven't done this before, there's back testing and modification and forward testing and things that you need to be doing that no one's going to just tell you in an ad, because the ad is so
Mm-hmm.
short. You don't know all this stuff. And so if you're trying to do this for 1 month, it's not enough time. So I will say it took me about 2.5 to 3 months to really hit a stride where I'm having enough success on a weekly basis to be taking out withdrawals or payouts from the prop firms every 2 weeks, like I am now. And so, yes, I've made just shy of 14,000 in the last, I think, 5 weeks. Is that what we looked at in the last 5 weeks?
In the
And
last
then,
5 weeks.
correct. And then on Monday, as long as Monday is a winner, I mean, well, actually, just one of the accounts I just need to take a trade, because I know some of these prop firms just have trading days. So
Mm-hmm.
on Monday evening, I will be able to take another $4,000 most likely. So I'll be at 18,000 in about a 6 week time frame. Which I mean, that's not making me rich, but now I know what I'm doing, and going forward, this will be a very steady passive, well, not completely passive, but residual income that my family can enjoy and give us a better life. I mean, even if I didn't grow, I'd still be on pace for over $100,000 in 1 year. Now, obviously, the intention is to grow, and then maybe we can do, $200,000 or $300,000 in a year.
Wow. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I want to actually take a moment to harp on one key thing he said. He joined at the top of the year. And so for him, it's almost 5 months. But in the last 4 weeks alone, or month and a half alone, I believe he said, he's pulled out almost 18,000 bucks from these firms. And so you see that you have a learning curve to it, right? You won't get rich overnight, but if you are willing to try out and use the system and learn how it goes and join in the community, you have an opportunity to learn. And once it begins to move and snowball, as you can see here, man, from Reese's journey, it can really grow into a massive snowball quite quickly. Absolutely insane. One question I wanted to ask and try to get more clarity on is, are you aware of your current prop firm costs? And so you joined at the top of the year. Are you tracking how much you had to, you know, um, put in as far as fees and resets and so on and so forth, or no, not yet?
Let's see. I think I've spent probably $1,200 or $1,300 on challenges, and then activation fees probably another, I don't know, $700, something like that. So
Wow.
yeah, I'm probably in for about $2,000, but I'm understanding now what must be done to pass the challenges, to where the success rate in passing the challenges is gone from, hey, 5 to 10% with a lot of these bots, to
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to pass at 80, 90, or maybe 100% rate. So that way that we're not throwing away money on challenges left and right. And I mean, I know you didn't ask this, but some of the other ads out there are bragging that they're passing challenges at 25 or 26%. And I'm like, and how long are you taking to do that? I know that I had gotten into one a year ago, and I had some taking 1 to 3 months to pass or fail. I'm like, we need to get past this. This isn't even the fun part, you know?
Yeah. You got to
And
get to the
so,
fun part. Let's get to the game.
right. So ZTA has bots specifically designed to pass challenges in one day to 1 week. And I mean, yeah, the pass rate's not 100%, but it's pretty darn close. If you're doing it right, the pass rate is pretty darn close to 100%. And that way you're not throwing away money on challenges left and right.
Right, right. I absolutely love that. And one thing I really want to hyper hone in on is the ROI he mentioned. He's in for about 2K in terms of fees and evals, and he's been able to pull out almost 18,000 bucks in only a short amount of time. So again, you will not see the type of ROI that you can find in prop firms in real estate or crypto or anything else, right? So it's really a very interesting time to be alive, and it proves that if you can come in, learn the system, learn the game, trust the system, you can make a really, really powerful ROI. I mean, to put in two and to pull out 18, it's a no-brainer, right? Like, why would you do anything else? You know what I'm saying?
And I need to make a quick correction. I was counting challenges that I blew before I met you. If we're only counting
Uh-huh.
challenges since I joined ZTA, we're probably talking $400 in challenges and 600 in activation fees.
Oh my God.
So probably about 1,000 this year. I'm probably 1,000 last year blown.
Absolutely incredible. So 1,000 in fees, 1,000 in, and you pulled out almost 18,000 to date. Absolutely incredible, man.
It'll be
Um,
18,000 next week. Yeah.
Yes, yes, absolutely incredible. Reese, your journey has been a testament of what success can look like here. I love that you are a man of faith and you share your faith in our community, and you share your faith in our chat and our calls. You always give credit to a higher power, and I appreciate that so much. I'm also a man of strong beliefs and strong faith as well. So I want to see you continue to grow and continue to succeed here. One of the things I love about Reese in particular is that if you ask him a question about what he's running or what he's using, what settings or whatever, he's quick to answer. He's quick to share what's working for him. You know what I mean? He's not hiding anything. He's not trying to keep everything for himself. And it's the power of having a community, share with each other, grow with each other, as opposed to trying to keep secrets and hide things and stuff like that. So really love the energy you have brought to ZTA in terms of who you are as a person, who you are as a man. And I really want to see you continue to grow. And I hope to see you continue to crush these firms and pull out more and more money and achieve all of your goals, man. Any closing thoughts that you want to share to a person who's looking around for an algo company, who's like on the fence and who isn't sure which algo company to look for and to choose to align his or herself with?
I would say some of the best things about ZTA is really found in the community. And I know that's going to come off super cheesy, but everybody is incredibly positive. There's absolutely no gatekeeping. If one person finds something that might make them more successful or give them an edge, they do not keep it to themselves. They share it with everybody. Everybody is becoming more and more successful every single day. Nobody complains. Nobody says anything negative to anybody else. It's only positive, encouraging, edifying words, and sharing what could be secrets to success. They're not secrets to success. They're just the open market for success for everyone to succeed. What do they say? A rising tide lifts all ships.
Lifts all ships, brother. Absolutely.
Right.
I love that. I love that, dude. Reese, it's been a fantastic honor to share some time with you and to walk folks through your journey. I hope that we will meet again in a few more months when you're up a crazy amount of money, and the ROI is even more insane. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you and your time today. I know that you're a busy man. You know, you have a lot on your plate. So I don't want to hold you up too much. But once again, man, I appreciate you hopping on and just kind of sharing raw, honest truth about your journey here so far at DTA. And if you need me, brother, I'm around and online all the time, as I'm sure
Yes,
you know. So I got you.
sir.